Alright guys, welcome back to the channel here. Tonight we're gonna do a little video of drilling and tapping the steering box for hydro assist. I already went and pulled the box out, so have the box already out. You know, simple two lines, 3 bolts, pitman arm. I already have the ram mounted here. Just a 1-inch ram with a 6-inch stroke off of surplus center, I believe it is. Yeah, a 3/4 inch bolt I just welded to the diff cover. Made 2 little brackets here to some 3/16 steel to the crossover bar here. So we got the box here mounted in the vise, so we can go ahead and drill ourselves. Our 2 holes are going to be one in this area here, which we're going to go ahead and grind a little bit so we have a better drilling surface. So that one gets in here. The other one is down in here. We should be able to, if we line up this area right here, come over directly below this, we should be able to hit this one. This one's not bad to hit. This one's a little tricky, so we're going to go ahead and hit this little line here. Now, never done this, so I'm going to do it with you guys. So it's my first time doing it. We're not going to take this thing apart. That's too much work. Screw that. So we're gonna drill this, vacuum it as we drill it. We don't want to get shavings in there at all. We'll vacuum it out, stick a magnet in there, pull everything out, tap it, and we'll just make sure everything's cleaned up and put it back together. Okay, well, so we're gonna grind this. I'm gonna set you guys up over here. Get this thing ground up, we'll get it marked up, and we'll go from there. All right, we got that flat. Just gonna, I can't get into the grinder on the other one. Just gonna take a little sandpaper, clean it up a little bit so we can see our marks. Okay, let me get you guys off of here. So we got a nice area here for everything to mount to. Nice area to mark. Your fittings will sit nice and flush there. Clean this up a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this. Show you guys the mark. Set the vacuum up, and we're just going to slowly drill these out. We're setting up for a 1/4 inch MPT tap. So we're going to finish this off at a 7/16. We're not going to start off with that. We're going to start smaller. Work our way up. You try to drill that straight away, Gonna kill that drill bit. So we'll start small, go from there. Okay, we got it marked out. This should be right. We're gonna come center between this casting down, all the way down, straight down. Just for up and down on your top port. I'm gonna go with this seam here, the bottom one. We need to hit this dimple here. We're gonna go straight across. So drill and drill. So let me get the vacuum set up, and we'll get the drilling. Okay. We'll see how this works. We'll drill this one. Drill it out. Do the best we can with clean all the shavings out. Then we'll move the vacuum down to this one. Drill that one out. See how this goes. Okay, that's drilled out. (7/16). You can see the journal. That journal follows straight through. Side to side is not too bad. It's up and down. So follow that journal. Get that down there. See if you can see that in there. So now we're going to tap this. The 1/4 inch NPT. We're going to put some grease on the threads as we tap it, so that way the shavings get caught on the tap here, and we'll just keep cleaning it out. So let me get set up for that, and then we'll get to tapping. Alright, we got a tap in here, got some grease on it. We're going nice and easy, nice and straight. Straight down, don't twist it, don't force it, just take your time. And it should come out good. If it gets tight, go back a little bit. And work yourself back. Remember, you're cutting into metal, making threads. Just go back and forth. What you're doing when you go backwards, just cleaning out that middle. We're gonna vacuum this out a little bit. these off a little bit. Now you can only go so far in the hole till the tap stops working. So go as far as you can till it bottoms out the tap. And then we're going to do, I don't have it, but they have bottoming out taps. Tap is cut off further. So all I'm going to do is we're going to hack this thing off once I get both these tapped down as far as I can. Then we'll tap it again so we can get in there further. Get a nice thread on there. So we're pretty tight there, so that means we're bottoming out this tap. So we'll just double check it, run it down. Yep, that's tight, so we're gonna have to cut that tap off a little bit more to get that in there. Let's just double check this one. That way we can go a little bit more. Okay, that's it on that one. Let's clean these out, clean the holes out, and we're going to have to cut this tap off a little bit, just so we can continue. Okay. Alright guys, well, I didn't film the whole tapping process. That's just kind of boring and stuff. But what we can see here is now I just got some 45s. Kind of just throwing this kit together as far as what I found from digging around and stuff like that. So these are going to be your number 6 JIC fittings, which are the same as the fittings coming out of the Ram. So I don't have the line here yet. I wanted to get this tapped. I put some pipe joint compound on the threads. Hopefully this one here works. That's as far as around I could get it. I want it to go a little bit more. I wanted to bring this in this way a little bit here. So I can kind of come around, come out of the, and in and around there. But we should still, we should be fine. So again, I made just keep cleaning out your threads, cleaning out your holes, or vacuum it. Now I did buy a filter. I got so many projects going on here. These are all bumps. Here it is. So it's a magnetic inline filter that I want to throw in. 3/8. It's a filter, and it's has magnetic in there, so any little shavings I did get in there, this will catch it before it gets into the pump. What I also got is a pulley. Let me open this up. Sorry. I got here is a pulley for the power steering pump from PSC. What this is going to do is give you a little more pressure at idle to help turn the hydraulic pump as you're going lower PMs. Unless you're rock bouncing, you ain't high RPMs crawling rocks around here. So we're gonna get this in. We're gonna get that steering pulley in here. Get that lined up. Like I said, I already did my ram. I'll show you guys one more time here. This light's in the way. Sorry. Okay. You see I got the ram mounted to the 1-ton bars. 6-inch ram, 1-inch stroke here, or a 1-inch diameter. So those lines are going to come out pretty much probably follow my air locker lines. I know those work at full flex. It's been like that for a couple trips now with the breather tied in. I did have that following the top link originally, and that was fine, but I ended up blowing a hole midline somewhere that nothing even hit. So in the trails I ended up cutting it shorter so we could continue the day. So I routed it with the breather for the axle, and it's been fine since, so I just left it like that. So we're gonna run, since the axle in this bar here, the drag crossover bar doesn't move, it moves with the rear, following the ARB line and the diff locker, diff breather line, we should be fine. I don't know what size I really need yet. I ordered 3-foot and 4-foot. 3-footers might not be here in time till I have a trip on the 20th. I'm trying to get this whole project done. We just made new bump stops here. Inside the spring, some hockey pucks in there. So because those 37s were rubbing pretty hard. Now I didn't film any of this, but I showed you guys before when we did the back and we beat in the fender here in the back. I went ahead and cut the front fenders, did a whole bunch of room, cut a whole bunch of metal out. We took all but 3 inches off of the front of the fender here, make room. And we also, I don't know, I bet you we took 2-3 inches out from the center here, then replated with 16 gauge sheet metal, seam sealed it, welded it all in. So now with all these, we got about, currently I only have 1.5 inches maybe of up travel. I want to see how things go. If I want more up travel, I can take the hockey puck out and get another inch in. I think they're about 1 inch. We did get some metal cloak springs put in here. My old springs were fine. It was just that full droop. They would actually I'd pop out too many, too often. So with the metal cloak, they have believe a 25-inch unsprung length. It's gonna keep everything tight in contact with the perches in the front, the top, and the bottom here. So we're gonna see how those go. Yeah, so we did spring clearance for 37s. I actually ended up pushing the front and rear forward a half inch. I had it at an inch, but that was too far for the center line of the springs. I didn't quite like it, so we moved it back a half inch. Gained a little bit of clearance back here, so I should have oolas of clearance now. I was able to keep the battery in its location. I just got a flush mount Optima battery mount to mount this in here. Mount that flush in there, so that actually fit. It clears. Then I got some aux beam lights. They have a driving light and turn signals here. We'll get those wired in yet too. We do have a Freedom winch line coming to get rid of the steel cable. It'd be my first synthetic, and why not go with the Freedom winch line? That way you don't need no accessories to attach it to a tree. So, all right, for now, for tonight, that's it. I need to mount the steering box in the Jeep, and then we're waiting on lines, power steering fluid. Once I get the box and the lines hooked up, we'll fill it up, bleed the system without starting it up. Oh, we also got to pull the power steering pump. We got to change this pulley out here. So we're just going to pull that pump, clean it out, put the new pulley on, redo the belt, clean out the lines, redo all that. Mount everything, bleed it, and then we should be all good. Hopefully then I'll be able to turn these 37s with ease now. I was having some major issues turning the 30. Well, the 35s didn't want to turn, so these 37s, you get into some tight spots. It was really wrenching on that steering box. So we're probably, well, not including the steering pulley here, the pump pulley, we're at less than $300 for the hydro. Probably about $250 for everything for the hydro ram from Surplus Center. Just nothing special. It'll get us done. I don't need any top dollar steering components here, so I'll let you guys know how that works. But doing that was, I kind of just threw that ram in there. So since I don't have a lot of up travel, and I designed the Jeep around mostly down travel, since I have the Iron Rock 3-link kit, there's a lot of flex. So I really didn't care. I really didn't want to stuff the tires too much. More worried about the down droop to stay in contact over those boulders and everything. So, okay. Well, for tonight, that should be it, guys. I'll get everything back in, and I'll get back to you guys. Peace out, guys. Alright, guys. We're back after about a week that I put this Hydro Assist on. I wanted to get a test trip out, which we did on same thing. It was Sunday and Saturday this past weekend. Everything worked great, so we're just going to show you everything that I did. Show you where I put my lines, my fittings, and all that. So like I said, we did do the PSC underdrive pulley, so you get more pressure with low RPMs. We have the filter with a magnet in it to help catch any little metal shavings in there. I'll take you guys under here, show you, the mount I did. Just made my mount off the cross steer. Pretty much just a bolt onto the diff cover here. Two 90-degree fittings. I used two 3-foot hoses up here, and then you can see where I tapped the box here. So I have two 45-degree fittings that come off the box up there. Everything worked great. I got 2 trips out in the hydro steer now with this 6-inch ram, 6-inch stroke, single-ended, the 1-inch shaft here. All that did work great. The Jeep worked great up until about the last trail, and we exploded the ring and pinion on the Dana 30. So that ended that trip on Saturday. So now we gotta rebuild that, and I'll go through that process of rebuilding the front diff. We're gonna try that. I did push my luck, 37s on a high pinion 30, and I was a 30 spline inner and outer. So the axles are holding them great, but the pinion, of course, the 488 gears, you're really pushing your luck there, and I did. But I got about 2 years on those gears, so we just got some Yukon gears to throw in it. So once we get to that, I'll show you that. These Katati mud hoses are working pretty good, but I did do a surprise coming for the Jeep that I'm getting this weekend. I will show you guys those. Getting the surprise and showing you what I bought for the Jeep, and the process of that's going to be. But for now, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of the Hydro Assist, tapping that and all that, and everything works great. I have no problems with that. Again, just taking your time, drilling that box out, getting all those shavings out of there, tapping it, getting shavings out. Right where I showed where you want to tap the lines, that the box, everything works great. I can turn these 37s pretty easy out in the trails now. Before I had a hard time turning 35s. Now we can turn 37s without any issues. So you kind of, I don't know if you can see the lines from up here, but they come off here, down there. I used two 3-foot lines. Everything worked great. Everything was bought from Surplus Center online there. Maybe $300 into it. So I just wanted to give a little update on that. Other than that, till next time, guys. All right, thanks.